Hi guys, this is Keshika and welcome to my channel Amethyst Awakening. Now today we are here to do a pick a card reading or pick a picture reading. As you may see, we have three piles. Pile number 1 is burn, pile number 2 is do, pile number 3 is win. Now you need not go by the words that are written, or you may go by them, but I would advise that you use your intuition in selection of the pile or the group that is meant for you. So think about yourself, because this reading is about who you will be in a relationship with next. So just think about yourself, tap into your own energy, center yourself, remove thoughts about other people from your mind and just focus on yourself for a minute. Then ask the question, which of these piles has the answer for me? Okay, just that much. And see which group you're drawn to. That group will have your answer. Alright. Now before we jump into the reading, let me tell you what today's reading is about. You might have some idea from the topic or the title of the video, but I still would like to explain this a little bit more in detail. Okay. So today we are going to be looking into all that we can get to know about the person you're going to be in a romantic relationship with next. Now this is from your perspective. This may or may not be a true representation of who the person actually is. This is a description of who you think or who you feel the person is, or how you might describe the person when you first have an opinion or observation or judgment on them. The reason why I'm tapping into this energy vis-a-vis or actual description of the person is that it will help you identify the person, because the first time you meet or interact with them, you might have an impression or an image that might not be in alignment with their true self. It may or may not be, So this is actually tapping into your image of how you will find the person physically, mentally, emotionally, and tons of other factors which we will get into in the reading. So now that you know a little more about the reading and what we are going to cover, let's dive in with group number 1. Hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. Now you guys selected this canvas with burn written on it. What I'm getting from this is you guys might meet your person when you're a little burnt out. What I mean by that is this could probably be like after an exhausting or tiring day at work. It could be someone new you meet at work, or someone that's caught your attention at work one of the days when you've been staying late at work or something like that. It probably could be someone you meet at the gym when you're working out and burning calories. It could be someone you meet, say, after a day, it could be someone you meet at the grocery store, or a day when you're like burning yourself out doing household chores and basically a very tired, basically a very tiring and exhausting day. It doesn't seem like your mood will be off. It seems like you're going to be, happy and relieved that, I did so much work, and you're going to feel like it's going to be a good feeling that you're going to have at that point of time, and you're going to feel like refreshed and good. But at the same time, there is a part of it that's really exhausted and tired as well. This could also be that you're in a state of mind or emotionally or mentally you feel like, when am I going to meet the person who I'll be with, and you're sort of burned with past experiences when it comes to love, and you've worked on healing your heart and stuff like that, and you're still working on healing it, and you've lost some hope, but you're still hopeful that you'll meet someone, and you're like, when is this person gonna come? And exactly then this person is gonna come. So I'm going to move this painting on the side now so we can begin with your reading. We're going to divide the reading into 4 parts, which I've marked here with post-its so that I don't miss out on anything for any of you guys. Okay, you may or may not be able to read it. I'm not sure, but I will read it out when I come to that part. For you guys, I think the thing that's going to stand out the most when you meet your person is their general attributes or emotional qualities or hobbies, or something of that sort. So I'm going to start with that section in your reading. Okay, we are going to be using the Good Tarot for this section. I'll be shuffling the cards live, but you'll not be able to see it, and I'll be fast forwarding the shuffle for you, okay? Interestingly, the back of the deck energy is the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands, which is also like a union card. It's the 1111 portal, and it's the high level twin flame soulmate card. It's also a card of like stability, grounding, having like a family life, and a life where you're really excited and that you're really excited to begin. So let's see how this person is. Maybe this person could be the person for you, you know. Let's see. Okay, I got a very distinct message for probably one person or two people out there, or like, I don't know, because this is not something that a lot of you might experience. But okay, so this is someone you might actually meet in the washroom or on one of your like washroom breaks, or like when you're going to freshen up basically. It could also be someone who is having a really bad stomach ache and they're coming to you asking for medicine or for water, or maybe, you know, you saw them somewhere and you're really exhausted because you're burnt out and you're going to them to ask for water, or like, you know, you're really thirsty, your stomach's paining a lot, and like you're truly hoping and praying that they have water that they could share with you. And for some of you, this might be like, you know, you're walking back home after a really tiring day and you see someone outside blowing soapy bubbles. I don't know how best to describe that or what it's called, but you know, the thing where you dip this loop sort of thing in like soapy water and you blow it and then you get bubbles. So it could be that. If you're in the gym and you're, you know, waiting to go in the queue for a shower or something, then probably you could meet them in the queue for that. Yeah, it seems like there's someone who catches your eye on your way out from whatever you were doing. Okay, so on your way back home or on your way somewhere, they will really draw your attention. It's like you really don't have the energy to look, but you're gonna look either way, you know. They are gonna catch your eye. Yeah, it seems like even though you're really drained out and stuff, they are someone who's like, you feel like they're having a bad day or they're really low or something of that sort, and they really would appreciate, say, a hello or a smile or something of that sort, you know. It seems like your person might catch your eye because they're really quiet or in the side or like silent, not talking. Some of them, if you're inquiring about a woman, she might have interesting accessories, maybe interesting earrings or like a nose ring that's very interesting that catches your eye, or a headband or necklace, or like some accessory that's really catchy. Maybe in silver or shades of blue with like blue stones or something of that sort. Something would make you want to speak to them. You are being called or drawn towards them to have a conversation with them. So it seems like you're the one who's going to initiate the conversation, or you're the one who actually went up to them and spoke to them. So even if they're the one who needed help and it wasn't you, then maybe you went up to them and you asked them how they were. If this is like a work situation, it's a colleague you've never spoken to much, but you're all late at work and you got food, and you know, maybe you're wondering that this person might be really hungry too because it's late at night and I got some food, so let me ask them if they want to have a bite or something of that sort, you know, because they're sitting by themselves, busy in their work maybe. this person is actually lost in their own world, and they might seem very intriguing to you. You do not really know them very well, and they're very silent. Like, your person seems to be very silent, and you might be someone who usually catches people's attention maybe, and you didn't catch their attention. Maybe like when you're working out at the gym, people usually come up to you, speak to you, or you know everyone, but this is one person you don't know, and probably this person doesn't know anyone else. Maybe they're new. Maybe they're new, maybe they're in a group of people, but they're really quiet, and you happen to like join the same group or know someone in the group, and you know, you go there and you introduce yourself. That could be a possibility for some of you. Okay, this person might come off as introverted. So you will definitely think this person is either introverted or sad, or just someone who doesn't talk much, or they're just very quiet, and that sort of intrigues you because you're someone who has like, okay, you might be one of the popular ones. Okay, you might be the popular ones. You might be like really sexy is the word I'm getting. Like, you might be really sexy or really physically attractive, and a lot of people might be drawn to you, but this person's not really showing any interest, not even looking at you, and that might intrigue you a little. Or also the fact that how can someone be so quiet? Like, you also might not speak much to everyone and might be the quieter types, but you're a little on the I select who I talk to sort of quiet, and they're a little like I am by myself, lost in my thoughts sort of quiet, you know, if you get the difference between the two. I'm sure you do. So that's how they might come across emotionally, or in terms of there are other attributes or hobbies that you notice the most, which is this section. I think what you notice the most is that they're very quiet. They're so quiet that you're intrigued by them, and you want to go speak to them. It could either be because you want water and you're looking for someone, and you probably didn't even notice there's someone sitting out there, and then you see them and you go ask for it. Or maybe you have something, like you have food, you have water, and you feel like, you know, this person isn't talking to anyone, isn't doing anything, so out of courtesy, let me go and ask them if they want that. That's for most of you. For some of you, you might see them in the washroom or on your way back when they're like busy by themselves playing with the soapy bubble thing. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you guys over here. The next thing you'll observe about them is their physical appearance. So we're going to move to that. Okay, see, again over here, this guy is like sitting silently in one corner, and this girl's running towards him. It seems like they're missing something. Even physically you feel like they need something, which is very weird because that's the physical appearance that's coming out. Another thing that came out strongly is that there might not be much competition in speaking to them, so they're not around people, they're probably sitting by themselves. Yeah, they look lost in their own world. That's actually all you notice about them. Like, maybe they have brown hair for most of you. They could have a mustache or like look a little old school. They might be dressed formally. You might like, they're very simple when it comes to their dressing. You're a little extravagant as compared to them. Whether it's a girl or a guy, like they'll be fair skinned to like light wheatish skin, mainly for most of you. I don't see really dark skinned people for this group, but like probably like brown or like pinkish white, not like really white, but like reddish pinkish white. Straight face. not smiling, straight face. You for some reason trying to catch their attention, or maybe like they've really got your attention, you know. In both these cases over here, the man is like looking at her doing her thing. She's looking at him doing his thing. Again, he's looking at her doing her thing, you know. So they're going to be busy doing their own thing. And you're going to be wondering what they're up to. So yeah, it looks like you're definitely going to be the one that's picking up the conversation. They could be in formals or like standardized clothing, you know. So this is not like someone you meet at a party or something of that sort. Even if you do meet them at a party when you're like really tired dancing, because that's also a place you could be exhausted but in a nice mood. But it doesn't seem like even if you meet them at a party, they're going to be one of the more simpler dressed people sitting in the corner enjoying music by themselves, you know, or having a drink by themselves, or like doing their own thing. Nothing more than that is really coming for you guys, other than the fact that they might have brown hair, like light brown or dark brown. They could be fair to like wheatish complexion, and that they dress in a very simple manner, or they'd probably be dressed in their formals. So even if you're at a party, you know, they could be someone who's come right from work and they're like wearing their office wear, or maybe they're wearing a blazer or something of that sort. Most likely they're wearing, yeah, they could have a coat on. They're not really a hat person from what I get. And very stoic yet intriguing vibe. But again, it seems like, you know, they're the damsel in distress, so you feel like you can rescue them or make them feel more a part of whatever is happening, or like engage them more. Now let's look into the third section, which is what would their career, finances, or education look like. Okay. Okay, you might think they're not very intelligent, or like things are not really going too well for them, or there's some break, or maybe they're on a break at work or something like that, or maybe they've taken a gap year from studies or from career or something of that sort. They still have some way to go, like they're not that, you might think that they're not that well off, or like they're not that established when it comes to work and finances or career. Like work and education, I think you might perceive them as someone who is still learning, who's still like, you know. But this also means that they're open to other people's opinions and views. So when you go and speak to them, it might seem like they're learning about maybe the environment around them they're in from you, or they're just like observing people sitting in one corner, or they're busy learning. Maybe they're a trainee at work, which is why you don't know them. Maybe they're new at the gym, they're learning a new exercise or something of that sort. Or they might tell you they're a student. But they might come across to you as a learner. They might not be very happy when it comes to work. So if you do discuss their work with you, they might not be very happy about it. Maybe they had a bad day at work, or they're having a bad day at work if this is someone you know through work. Or, you know, there's one of those people who usually like crib about their work, or maybe they genuinely have like a really bad boss or something of that sort, that they're like traumatized and tormented. just not enjoying it, you know. When it comes to finances, though, they seem content with how much they're earning. They feel like they can provide for someone, or you might feel like they can provide for you, like they might be at a good position. Still going their way up, but still learning. But like, suppose you're a trainee at work, okay, but they're like a management trainee, so they're earning decent enough, and you know, you're sort of content with how much they're earning, or like they're content with how much they're earning. And you feel like things might get better for them when it comes to their finances. Okay, maybe, okay. So maybe not a management trainee, because when it comes to education, they could be like an intern, like a management intern maybe, and they're stressed. They could also be like a college dropout who was actually interning, or you know, wants to start something new maybe. So one scenario could be like management trainees and someone who's really like stayed up all night and studied really well. Another scenario could be someone that's drastically the other end of the spectrum, which is like someone who is was dropped out from their B school or their graduation and started something that they love doing, but they're learning how to do that better, and they're earning more and more, but even now they're doing like okay for themselves. They seem to be doing okay for themselves, because this is obviously your initial impression of them, but they do seem like the kinds who would really give their best and stay up so that they don't leave things incomplete. But some of them might have realized like it's not their thing, and they do not want to leave their dreams incomplete, which is why they might have dropped out. So this is not someone who has dropped out because they're dumb, or like they can't study, or they don't understand, or like it's too much for them. But this is someone who's dropped out maybe because they've realized it's not for them, you know. They could be someone who's very giving when it comes to finances. You know, they probably, how much ever they earn, like they have a big heart when it comes to money. They're not stingy, so they might offer to buy you a meal or something. Like if they shared your meal, they might like offer to pay for it. Or if you're hungry or like you wanted water, they might just go and buy you water or buy you food or something of that sort. But, or maybe you just heard about this characteristic from other people. So they are someone who will not think twice to spend money when they love someone, or like just as a goodwill gesture, you know. They're really nice-hearted people. And they value the gesture more than they value the amount that is to be spent or that has been spent on it. Okay. Now moving on to what are your other observations from your interaction, okay? So we know that you're probably going to be the one who's going to initiate the interaction. Now let us see what are your observations from that. Okay, I had a lot of repeating cards for you guys while shuffling, okay? So the King of Wands came out in reverse for them, and I saw the Queen of Wands in reverse for you. They also got the Moon in reverse, which also came up right now. So as your observation, so maybe your interaction sort of validates your observations that you had initially, and also it could be that when you have an interaction, they actually open up. Yeah, they actually open up, and this could actually be a transformational experience for you. Like you're gonna have like a drastic opinion after speaking to them. It's not gonna be like, oh, I went to someone, said hi, hello, we had like a nice chat or like exchanged pleasantries, and now it's done. After speaking to this person, you're gonna have like a strong impression. Like, you're going to be like, why did I ever speak to them? I don't want to speak to them ever again. Or it's going to be like, oh, I did not really judge them well, and maybe, that wasn't the right judgment, and something is really happening, something brave is happening. They're going through some major transformation or something. It's not something that's going to be not noticeable. You might actually realize that they do have a mind of their own. They're really smart people, and they're like smarter than you expected probably, or you thought they'd be. You have really strong cards for like your observations from your interaction or the behavior. You might have a strong judgment or opinion about them. You might feel like they have learned a lot of things, that they're very like learned people either, or like they know stuff, like they're learning stuff or they know stuff or whatever. Like, you really might, I feel like what's going to stand out in your conversation with them is how they speak to you, and they might come across as someone who is sharp, well spoken, probably well written as well. So maybe if you're at work and you like happen to oversee one of their emails that they were writing or something like that, that might impress you. But it's gonna be like a conversation that will change your impression entirely. This is not someone you'll not have an opinion about. Like, you are gonna have an opinion about them. So I feel like this is like, you don't have a lot of information right now, because we're getting pretty similar information across all the 4 things, and it ties it together as well. But what stands out the most, to summarize it, is that they're going to be someone who is very quiet, probably introverted in one corner, doesn't really mingle a lot with other people. But when you do speak to them, you realize that they're really sharp, they're very intelligent, and you've also heard or observed that they're like nice and giving when it comes to money. They're not really stingy, and they're good people, I'm just going to ask if there's something else that you need to know about your person. Okay. Something else that you need to know is, you're not going to see this coming. Like, you're not going to see yourself falling for this person ever, or you're not going to see this person falling for you. But that's eventually going to happen, So your first impression is not going to be like, you never thought, even if like, okay, so even if you liked this person, this is someone you never thought you would be with, or you can be with. Like, you do not understand why you're attracted to this person, and that sort of puzzles you. Like, it's puzzling. What you need to know is, this is someone who is probably not your type when you think of it, but you're still drawn to them. And that might eventually materialize. Like, if it's not like love at first sight or something, it might eventually materialize. Okay, either some of you might be a Pisces, or this person might be a Pisces or a water sign. That just came up. And maybe that's why, because they're a water sign, initially they're a little closed off. So Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio, they might like externally seem like they're introverted, shy, or like quiet, but when you actually speak to them, they're really intelligent people. They're really like emotional, good by heart, and yeah, like they have this outer tough covering, but like internally, I don't know if you can see the fish on his garment over here and the water and stuff, but and this person is a person you've sort of been wishing for, but you don't expect them to be like this, because maybe they are not your type, maybe you never met or never found such a person that you've been wanting in your life so far, because you've been judging the book by its cover. You've been attracted to a specific type, and that type does not turn out to be the person you want to be with. And you don't know why that happens, but now your angels, your guides, the universe is just like, okay, like, whatever, we have to like make this happen. So maybe the Cupid like shoots his arrow at you guys or whatever, like you feel this draw towards this person, you go and you approach them, you have a conversation with them, you feel an initial connect at some level, or you feel like they're nice, and you're a little surprised by it, but they definitely, you don't see yourself being with, but you're like, you could be attracted to them, and you're a little puzzled by it maybe. Okay, so group number 1, that was your reading. I really hope it resonated for some of you. If you've already met this person, let me know, if you already know this person. If you don't know this person, let me know if this is someone, if this reading resonates with you, if this is someone you have, because I think this is not someone you're looking for. Just let me know if this person is your type or not, So if this person is not your type, then maybe this reading is for you, because what you need to know is this person is not your type from the outside looks of it, but you are going to end up being with them, and there is something that draws you to them, Okay. So I really hope this resonated and helped you in some way, and I'm so excited for you guys, and I hope you meet them soon. That reminds me that I was going to do timelines for when you're going to meet this person. See, now you know why I put the post-its, because otherwise I would have forgotten some category for one of the groups. Okay. So I'm going to channel the timeline through automatic writing and tell you around when you could meet the person, or if you've already met the person, then how long before you have met them, since how long do you know them. Okay, for those of you who already know them, you don't know them, like it's not been very long since you know them, or even if you know them for a longer period of time, you've not had a lot of interactions with them. So you probably only had like 2 to 3 interactions with this person. And that's why this is sort of the impression you have, at the moment as well. So it'll be easier for you to identify someone that you're drawn to, but you don't make sense with the attraction. Okay. And for those who have not met them, okay, this person could be male or female, right, through the entire reading. And I feel like for some of you, the person could also have blonde hair. I just randomly got drawn to that. And if they're a girl, they might be wearing like red. And if they're a man, they could be wearing blue. Because they're most likely in formals, And if they're a girl, they're probably like wearing a dress or something, like they dress in a very feminine way. Okay, so if you've not met them, you will meet them in you'll meet them in 4 to 6 months for most of you, and for the rest of you in in 9 to 12 weeks, which is again around the 2 to 3 month mark. Yeah. So maybe you meet them around 2 to 3 months, and after a few interactions, maybe things will pick up for you in like 4 to 6 months is when it'll strike, or something of that sort maybe. But for most of you, it's around 4 to 6 months. It also could be in the 4th or the 6th month, which is April or June for some of you, okay? And for a select few, this could be in 2023 that you meet them. Now that's a little long from when I released the video, but maybe some of you are watching it like later on, because this is a timeless reading, so you might meet them in like April or June or like 2023 or on the 23rd of a month, because I got 23rd as a date. Okay, those of you who know them also, you all know of them, you all don't like really know them well, so like 2 to 3 interactions at max. I really hope this helped you guys. Do like, share, subscribe so that the video reaches more people and it helps them too, and it just helps build the community. I would really appreciate it. All the other information that you might be interested in is written and listed down in the description box below, which includes like my coordinates, my social media handles and stuff like that. Also, let me know if you have any topic recommendations. I would love to do like new topics for you guys. I try to get as innovative as I can, but in case you have some question on your mind, I'm happy to do it in one of the videos. Okay, I really look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing you in the upcoming videos. Bye bye. Hi group number 2, welcome to your reading. Group number 2, the first thing that I'd like to say, because of the image that y'all have chosen, or the canvas that y'all have chosen, is that y'all could meet this person when y'all are in the middle of something. Okay, so need not be like, it could be in the middle of something, like literally you're doing something and you're in the middle of it, or it could be that, you know, you're traveling, because this has travel written on it. Maybe you're exploring a new place, you're on some discovery, maybe you're researching something, maybe you're packing your bag, like either at work or maybe at school. You're packing your bag to go home, or you're packing your bag to go somewhere out. Maybe you're shopping in a mall and you're packing your bags over there and you're leaving. Or you know, when you're window shopping or something, but then you end up buying something, or they're packing their bags like they're shopping and you're just like exploring. It could be someone you meet when you're traveling, like on a trip, or just general in the city travel to and fro, work or school or whatever you do on a daily basis. It need not be something like exceptional or spectacular. Yeah, and maybe you were like engrossed in something, like you're really not paying attention to what, like to yourself. You're mainly focused on what you're doing, you know, like whatever activity you're doing, you're like totally in that activity and like lost, like you're completely in the present but lost in that activity. And it could be something during the day, because I'm being drawn to the sun over here. So it could be like a sunny day when you meet each other, and could be on the road, on the street. Maybe you're going somewhere with your trolley or your bag and you meet them that time. Or maybe it's someone, like if I had to be really dramatic, it had like, maybe if I had to be really dramatic or make it sound like it's one of those chance meetings, then one of the incidents that come to my mind is like you're looking for a place, a hostel or something like that, and you ask someone directions, and then you'll just get talking, and you know, you'll really get along well, probably exchange numbers or names, or maybe they decide to take you out since you're new in the city and you know, you all really got along and there was a connection over there. It could be something like that. Definitely has to do something with like moving around, traveling, whether it's within the city or outside the city. And these chance meetings are very possible, and I see that from experience, because I've personally like met people at the train station randomly and got along with them, and things like you just clicked and maybe you're heading in the same direction and you all just decide to go somewhere together and explore the place together. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from here. on what you all could be doing when you all meet them. Now let's see what information we can get about your person and what your initial impression of them would be. I'm gonna start with the physical appearance for you guys. Now I've got like 4 post-its over here with the 4 categories that we'll be touching upon. I'm live shuffling on camera. Like I'm live shuffling, but it's technically not on camera, but I'll be fast forwarding this bit, okay? Yeah, like I said, like the minute you meet them, there's something about them that's gonna draw you towards them. If this is a guy, then he most likely could have like a beard and very well groomed. Really like well groomed guy who one of those like dapper style sort of people who are like very conscious of what they're wearing, probably like nicely fitted shirt or coat, or a really nice watch, nice shoes. I feel like really nicely dressed man. And if it's a lady, then something that's flowy, that's definitely like flowy, a little loose, not very flattering on the body, not very tight fitted, something like loose. You really like, you know, there are some dresses that are like, that accentuate the shape of your body and like they are well fitted or something. So she'll mostly be dressed in something like a little loose or with some frill or like something puffed up. Basically you can't tell how thin or fat she is or what her waist looks like or what her figure is like it's gonna be tough to tell. The focus is gonna be on the face, and she'd be smiling a lot. Whoever this person is, the person could be smoking when you meet them. Maybe when you bump into them, you know, they're smoking on the side and you ask them for root or something like that. Or maybe you're a smoker and they come and they ask you for a lighter or something, I don't know. I hope if you're in that category, then you're above legal age. If it's a guy, like definitely rich guy vibes. Like you can look at them and you can say, or you might feel like this person is well-to-do and have a lot and has a lot of money, you know. Yeah, there's something like royal and regal about. There's something royal and okay, there's something royal and regal about the man, and I keep on almost saying legal. So maybe the person might be a lawyer. For some of you, might be dressed like they've just come from court or something like that. Very friendly vibe, not suspicious, but still a little lost in themselves, you know, preoccupied maybe, like either drinking or smoking or like looking through something, focused on something. But you'll meet them and you might like, something will draw you to them, you know. Maybe you meet them and there are a bunch of people over there, but you'll spot your person, you know. Like you have the 4 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. So it's a very strong soulmate twin flame sort of vibe, like divine counterparts. I feel like some of you all might meet them around Christmas or at a wedding also. So maybe when you're on those Christmas, New Year sort of travel trips, or you're on a trip, or you're traveling to go to a wedding, or you're at a wedding, you might meet them that time. or around a place that has like, you know, red flowers or like fruits, something like that. Like, I'm drawn to the plants at the top. Okay, they might look like a little unstable in the sense that, you know, maybe if they're drinking or something of that sort, they might seem high, but, or like a little loosened up. Like, even though they're like so nicely dressed and they seem regal and they seem like very proper, there's something about them that's not like stern or does not like, they're not intimidating, you know. You can walk up to them and have a conversation. Yeah, so you might feel like they're welcoming, you might feel like you could get along with them, and you might feel like while looking at them there's someone you can be friends with. Or they could have a beard, they could have black hair. If it's a lady, then she could have long hair, brown hair. I'm getting brown hair if it's a lady. If it's like a man, then black hair or silver hair. Maybe they're a little on the older side, maybe they've colored their hair silver. Yeah, and you might feel like straight away that there's someone you can talk to or you might like gel with. Okay, now I'm going to move to the second section, which is what do you think or what impression do you have, or would you have rather, emotionally about that person, or what else would you notice about their hobbies and other attributes and stuff like that. Okay, they might seem very independent to you. They could be by themselves out there. Yeah, they're not busy doing anything. Maybe they're just like chilling by themselves. Very, very independent people. There are a lot of cards coming out for you guys actually, so maybe you're observing a lot of things about them. Or maybe there's someone who's like involved in a lot of things and has a lot of like hobbies and other attributes and things that, you know, they enjoy in general. Like, there's someone who genuinely like enjoys life. Maybe they like going to the church. Or maybe you meet them at the church when you're praying, or at the temple or the mosque or something. I'm just being drawn to the candles, which is why it's at church in particular. And also because coming to think of it now, like even Christmas came up, so maybe for some of you guys, you all could meet this person at the Christmas mass or something. Okay, they could be really driven towards doing well financially. Like, they might be driven in being independent people and being self-sufficient, and they might actually be involved in like tons of other things. And maybe some of them like sailing or like adventure sports or the hot air balloon. Maybe like kite surfing or like probably water sports or air sports. Recreational ones actually, more than the dangerous ones. I think the just like chilling in the yacht sort of thing is something they could enjoy. And they might have like very interesting eyes, or their gaze, like they could be very expressive when it comes to their eyes. And they could have like blue eyes for some of you. Yeah. And like passionate about life, want to achieve a lot. Okay, now I'll move to their finances, career, and education and stuff. Okay, they could be a relationship coach or consultant for some of you. They could help like a therapist or something. Maybe they help people solve their problems when it comes to like relationships or self-love or something like that. They don't seem to be following a traditional career path, okay? Or they could be someone who can actually do whatever they want to do, and they're definitely doing something unconventional, something that makes them really happy. And they have like, they're very powerful manifestors, okay? It's like they set their mind on something and they achieve it. It could take time sometimes, but they definitely do it if they say they'll do it. Financially, they're doing all right, you know. They wish they could earn more, but they're sort of content with what they're doing. So it gives them like emotional fulfillment, and they're sort of working on their part to like be more financially stable when it comes to what they're doing. But it's definitely someone that, you know, loves what they're doing. Like they love what they're doing, and they're just like, you know, I love doing this. Like that's actually their pitch also to their customers. Like when they're offering also something or when they're selling their services, their passion like comes across very clearly, or like their love for what they're doing comes across very clearly. There is some apprehension or worry that they have when it comes to finances, but they figure that this is what they want to do, so they do it, you know. And then I think traditional education sort of stressed them out, and they probably did something that is like a little unconventional, you know. Something like maybe they've done like a scuba diving course, or they're a skydiver, or like I told you, they were a consultant. Like whatever they've studied, something is either like they've studied something that is irrelevant to what they're doing. If it is conventional, then maybe they're doing something entirely different. Or else, if it's like unconventional, then maybe they've done like a course on that itself, you know. But maybe they don't have like a proper, something about their education stresses them out. So maybe they don't have a very traditional education, and that sort of that's something they think about or they had thought about a lot in the past, and maybe they still do at times if that is actually the best thing they did. But there are a lot of like strong cards. Yeah, there is some apprehension that they have. Maybe they're just getting started, but still they have very strong cards. Like even if they're just getting started with what they're doing, like they have all it takes to make it work, and they're very like emotionally content with their work. Like they love their work. They might not be earning as much as they'd like to earn, maybe, but and they wish they could earn more, but they're very, very like emotionally fulfilled when it comes to working. Now we're going to move to other behavioral observations or like general observations you've had or you will have from interactions with them. Okay, you might feel like maybe they have a lot on their plate, or they're confused and they don't know what they're doing. But you still feel like you feel like there's someone other people can probably deceive, or they're too innocent. But at the same time, you feel like they're not someone who would deceive anyone, because they say whatever is, you know, they're quick to say what is in their heart and what they feel. Whether it's like good or bad, whether the other person likes it or not, like they're quick to say what they feel like. It's just like right there. though they're not like quick. Okay, so there's someone who's like initially patient, but when they lose it, they lose it on the other person, and you might feel like they have no clue of what they're doing, or like they have a lot of options, but they're definitely not coming across as focused to you. Like probably they're all over the place, or they have a lot of options, or you know, jack of all, master of none sort of vibe. Definitely a generalist, looks at the broader picture, going through a major change in life. I feel like for some of you, they might be beating some addictions and moving on from that, or moving on from like a past lifestyle or career that does not serve them anymore. Maybe they're making a switch to something that they love doing, or they're leaving like their past life behind. They might be a little slow to open up about how they feel, but they're very observant, and you can see through them, sort of. Like you can sort of see through them, which is why you know. Yeah, you just like you're clear on who they are. Like you feel like you can see through them. Okay, now I'm going to quickly check if there's anything else you need to know about this person. They're very, very driven and passionate people, probably really cute as well. And they could be from Asia for some of you. Yeah, they could be from like India or Asia, or even Spain. Not someone who's very quiet. They're definitely like a confident person, but maybe like when you see them at that point of time, they're by themselves and chilling, but they don't come across as a quiet person, you know, and they're not. They're very passionate, very driven, love to enjoy life, see the good things. They love celebrating whatever it is, like life's a party for them to a great extent. And yeah, you're gonna know, like you're not gonna have doubts about this person when you see them. Like you'll know that you met them. I just noticed we also got the Six of Fire over here, which is the Six of Wands, again like a marriage celebration card. We also got the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of Wands energy as well, so someone very desirable, I feel like. Let me see the timelines when you could meet the person if you haven't met them, and if you have, then since how long do you know them? Alright, so this is a new person. You meet them in the next 8 to 10 weeks for most of you, or sometime between August to October, from the time you watch this video, okay, not from the time I uploaded it. And for those of you who have already met them, you know them since around a year. And I feel like you know them very well. So this could be like your initial judgment or impression or interaction or meeting with them that I have just described. So if you feel like you already know such a person, then it is that person itself. But if you don't, then it's a new person most likely, okay? Maybe some of you guys could meet them at the doorway, like at the door while you're entering something. I just got that very randomly. So some of you all might meet them like outside the gate, like, you know, outside the train station, outside the party, outside whatever, a museum, something like that, like near the door, near the entrance or exit of wherever you're going. Okay, so I hope this helped you guys and it resonated with you in some way Do like, share, subscribe. It really helps grow the channel and it really helps the video reach other people who it's meant for. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure the others who then receive the video will appreciate this gesture as well. Do let me know if you've already met this person and what your story is. I would love to know about it, and I look forward to seeing you in the upcoming videos. See you later. Bye bye. Please keep in touch. I love hearing from you guys. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Now, when you meet these guys, I'm just saying from like the picture that you all chose, maybe you all will be at a party or you all will be at a celebration. Either you want something or someone else wants something. But it'll just be like a good, it'll be a fun time by you all like clicking pictures, taking memories, or when you're like revisiting memories or looking through some pictures in some photo album or something maybe. And yeah, it could be that maybe you're at a party and you're asking someone to click your picture, and this person could be that person. It's definitely like some celebration, some like award winning function, or just like just some place that you feel like, you know, you're just like really happy, something where you're celebrating someone's victory, maybe like a promotion, an award or something of that sort. Maybe like you came first in your class, maybe you're clicking pictures at your farewell or homecoming or whatnot. I don't know, like you're just like having a great time and it's really fun. So you meet them when you're like in really high spirits, you know. No pun intended. Okay, I'm gonna begin with like the physical appearance and what you notice. So these are all like descriptions based on what you notice about your person. Okay, I don't know why I felt like mentioning this for you guys. Maybe most of you have skipped the intro, so just to be clear, this is like a description from your perspective so that you can relate to it. Okay, you may or may not have met this person already, so as I talk you'll get to know if you've already met the person or not. Also, I am shuffling live, but it's not on camera, so I'll be fast forwarding it. Okay, it could also be that some of you meet them like at an amusement park or some fair or something of that sort. Yeah, some fair, some show, some magic show maybe. Could be the town hall or some announcement, some celebration, maybe like at your office town hall there's some announcement of you guys winning something, or like an award ceremony, because everyone's like cheering and hooting and there's this great announcement that's being made. Okay, they don't seem very ready. Okay, like maybe they dress, but they're not. They're like maybe a little. They're like either underdressed or overdressed. They're not like exactly dressed as for the occasion. So the first thing you notice about them is like their outfit, and there's something about their outfit that really stands out from the crowd. Yeah, there's something about it definitely that stands out, or maybe like there's something very shocking about their appearance or how they look. Maybe they're one of those people who really own their style and personality, and you know, really like wear experimental colors. The cocktail color or wine color is, or like burgundy, like dark burgundy sort of color is really standing out. So maybe they're wearing a dress of that color, male or female. They could have colored hair, green or burgundy again, orange as well, or maybe they have ginger hair. They could have like light brown or ginger hair. This could be like a really style conscious man for most of you, Or even if it's like a lady, she's like probably like not dressed very like in a traditional manner. So she's probably not wearing a dress or a gown or something of that sort, or skirt, or like even like denims and a top. She's probably like wearing a suit, like a business suit or something of that sort, like in like a funky color. It's like very stylish, but not something a lot of people wear. Something that makes themselves happy, you know. And there's something about it that really like stands out. Like others will like really notice them. Like they're definitely someone you would like get shocked at when you look at them dressed. Like something about the dress is very shocking. And I don't know why I'm saying that, I'm just getting the word shocking. And it's also come with a dark card. They could also be like someone who dresses in a very like goth or emo sort of way. Probably like, okay, so maybe like there's someone who wears like dark clothes with like really bright makeup or like bright hair and like wearing like shades of purple are standing out. So shades of like blue, purple, red, like that's the tone that I'm getting majorly. So maybe like dark purple or dark grey or something of that sort. And then you have like shades of red and like wine color or like brighter shades as well in the outfit on their, you know, clothes and stuff. If they don't have ginger hair, they could also have like dark brown or black hair. I don't really see blonde hair. They could be colored blonde, but I feel like most of them might have like colored hair, like really experimental with their hair. They could have like some so they could have like a flower in their outfit, or they could have like like a flowery print or pattern or something of that sort. If they're a woman, they could wear something like sheer or slightly translucent, or like, you know, those netted or chiffon sort of material. Like if you're a man watching this for a woman, then I don't know if you're really understanding when I'm talking about the material, but I hope you are. But like something like that's really translucent, or like, you know, a thin cloth with like another cloth underneath that. So not really revealing, but like very flowy, and it's got that texture. Slightly revealing, not like very very revealing, but like still very like I feel like it's still very feminine. So even if they're wearing a business suit, it's very feminine. Could be like a low cut top, or like even the suit, like the inner tube could be low cut or something like that. If it's a man, like I think it's mainly like experimentation with the hair, or their shoe color could be like funky. Whatever it is, like their style is very unique. They have a very 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 unique style, and the dark art stands out the most. I'm going to keep that on the top. Like there is something about their appearance that really stands out from the crowd. Like again, see, I told you the same color palette, like the same tone. Flowers again, suit. Could be a business party, maybe like a business award thing, work gathering, networking event, maybe for some of you. Or just like an award function. Maybe some of you are in cinema, or like you're actors, or an advertisement, media, something like that, where you have like industry awards, or maybe like you have some community award function, because I just got that. So maybe in your community, or like in your neighborhood, there is some competition, and there's some award function for that. Maybe you won a prize, maybe they won a prize, something like that. Maybe one of you is a photographer. Now I'm gonna move to like what do you notice about them, like when it comes to their emotions or other attributes and hobbies and stuff. Okay then. Maybe they're a lot on the phone. And they're by themselves, like they're by themselves and on their phone, like really quiet. So maybe there's someone who talks on the phone but not not very chatty in person. Maybe like they're a texter, or maybe they're a singer or play some instrument for some of you. I feel like they're a little slow in progression. Also, when it comes to like talking to people, they're not like they don't really ramp up communication very soon. So maybe like speak few words, because probably they have like a lot of calls to make, so they keep their calls crisp. Maybe their work involves them to be on calls a lot, or maybe they have been on calls a lot, or they're really in demand and they're very like to the point and crisp when they speak. They might love going to the woods, or like they might like, yeah, I'm getting like music very strongly for this group. So maybe like some of them play some instrument, and they got like going to the woods when it rains. They might like the rain. They might like peacocks. They might have a really nice skin, like you really might observe their skin and that might really stand out. They also could be dancers for some of you, or like they might be very good with balancing, like they might be in gymnastics or something. They're very grounded, and like they have multiple so if they play an instrument, so they have multiple, so they may be very grounded and they may have multiple skills in the same area. So if they are a musician, for example, and they probably play like multiple instruments. Yeah, I feel like they might have keen interest in like birds and animals, like mainly birds, and nature in general. So they might like going for nature walks, like do bird watching and stuff like that. Or they might just love like playing an instrument. Some of them might even enjoy working, and maybe their work is their hobby, which is why maybe some of them are photographers and musicians or something of that sort. Okay, now we're looking at the career, so we'll know but some of them we already know, we got the message that some of them, their career is their hobby. For the others of them, let's see what's coming out. Yeah, maybe some of them did like career switch or something, like first they were involved in something but like they don't enjoy that and they want to switch. They want to make, maybe like those who haven't really made their hobby a career want to make it a career, and they want to start something new in this aspect. Yeah, they really like, there's a lot of they probably don't enjoy work which involves a lot of thinking, so it's probably not a lot of like white collar thinking sort of job, maybe they're not like finance people or consultants or something of that sort. These guys seem to be like someone who wants to do something they love, like they're grieving on their current situation, it's not keeping them happy, and they don't want to think about it so much, or like their work is very stressful. Maybe they are consultants and in finance or something, but it's really stressful, and so they want to switch and they want to change to something that they're more passionate about. Now their finances are pretty good, like maybe they are in some either they're very established in their field or they are in a high paying job, because they have enough money to get everything they wish for, and probably like you might feel like they have enough money to get you everything you wish for as well. Or maybe like together, maybe they earn as much as you do, you know, maybe you all are at the same place. Emotionally, I want to say, but like also like because we're asking about finances, maybe you all have like you all feel equally content about how much you're earning. You know, there could be a pay gap, but you have an equal amount of, say, spare income or something of that sort. They are someone who already like it's like they have like an inbuilt talent. See, this came below this. They've already learned and come. So this thing again, their career and their hobbies might be the same for most of you, and if it's not, then they're really passionate to make it one. You know, you guys are actually the group where they have like a distinct hobby, you know, like proper hobby, like really proper. Like group 2 also, that person had hobbies and stuff, but they were still like very like leisure driven. But with you guys, it's a little more serious when it comes to their hobbies. They also dress in a very funky manner, right? So maybe they are in an unconventional profession, but they can dress like that. Yeah, they're sort of self-learned. They've sort of like self-learned whatever their skill is. Either they've already known it, like since they were like from their previous lifetime, since they were children and stuff, and they've built on it, or it's something they've researched about a lot, they've read about a lot, and now they know enough about it to actually like make that switch into a career, you know, and they've learned that much about it. Like for example, I never learned tarot reading, right? This is something I learned by myself and I always knew intuitively, and I read them intuitively, like I read the cards intuitively, and it's something I sort of self-learned, and now it's my career. And for earlier I was in a career which was, you know, more corporate and more like traditional by the books, stress driven again, but yeah, like it was different, and then this is something I love doing, and that was a switch I made. So maybe they're making that switch, or some of them have already made that switch, or they've already been always been in like their profession, right? Like there are some kids who knew like there are some kids who've always known what they want to do and they've never forgotten about it, and they've just gone out and done it, even if it's like unconventional, even if it's like becoming a climate change activist or an environmentalist or something like that. Music is coming across strongly. I was again feeling my throat chakra, so maybe most of you guys, like your person has something to do with music, but it's something they do by themselves. It's not in a group, it's not like with a group of people, right? So they're not really in a band or anything of that sort, which means like even if they are, like maybe they group up with like certain people, but they also play by themselves individually. Like they're not like all the time with a band or something of that sort. Like they work by themselves, not with friends or anything. Or maybe like they have a very professional relationship with the people they work with, and they like to keep their personal and professional life separate. So that could be one category. Again, not traditional when it comes to work, not something that really by the rules or something. They have like a lot of freedom and independence or like self-decision when it comes to the work they do. Now I'm going to move to like different behavioral attributes and observations that you've had from your interactions with the person, or that you will have from your interactions with the person. I feel like with you guys, like I have to keep clarifying or explaining or what, like maybe some of you doubt a lot. Or maybe you all genuinely just missed the intro. I don't know. Cool. Or maybe some of you are new to pick a card readings, and so I feel like I should explain it a little to you guys. Cool. Let's see. They're really peaceful people. They don't like breaking their head with things or people in general. Like, they don't like getting into arguments, which is why they might have wanted to leave their previous workplace, because there might have been a lot of, like, you know, debating or like too much interference or something like that. Like, they don't like a lot of people interfering in their business. They like to figure out their stuff on their own. They like to like sit and analyze and see what they really want, and like draft out their plan and then just go ahead with it. And that's like their personality in general and how they are. It's not like restricted to work. That's just in general. They like observing and seeing what they want and then going with it. They're really focused and patient, though very like calm. There's something that's a little like divine about them, or you feel like they're really gonna do great in life. Like, you feel like, you know, with some time this person really has potential to achieve a lot. They have been sort of left out in the cold, either intentionally or unintentionally, whatever. Like, it's like they are in a situation, or they had been in a situation where they had to sort of build their life or their career by themselves, and they figured it out. Your person might also be spiritual, or like you might notice a strong spiritual bond with your person. And I'm going to ask if there is anything else you need to know about your person. Your person might not be soon to commit or open up or offer anything, but there's someone who's not like, it's not like a commitment phobic. So someone who really gives things a thought, and when they're up for it, they're totally up for it, you know. And you might not know that right away in your own situation, but you might know that as a characteristic about them based on what they say or their previous history or something of that sort. Or just like, that's something you just added up by what they said to you and by your conversation. It's like, you know, if someone gives you a 2 and 2, you can say that they have like a 4, right? Or like they've given you 4 because they've given you 2 and 2. So like 2 plus 2 gives you 4. So you know that if they've told you XYZ and XYZ, then you know what that is, right? So that's that. They could definitely be nature lovers. Maybe you all meet outdoors. So maybe it's an outdoor party, which is very possible if you're watching this during COVID times, and it's definitely going to be like an open air gathering or something, if at all there is a gathering. But yeah, maybe you've already met them, you know, we don't know. Again, you could find them very spiritually inclined as well. Or like, they might not necessarily be spiritual, but they might, you know, talk like that, like universe talks and like manifestation talks and stuff. You get the vibe. So they might not particularly call themselves spiritual, but might be on the same lines. Now let's see when you'll meet the person, if you haven't met them, and if you've already met them, since how long you know them. Okay, so those of you who already know this person for long, like definitely for 1+ years, like more than a year, and maybe some of you know them for like since like 4 years, 5 years even for some of you. Do you know them really well? Not so much. Maybe like they could be like acquaintances or like friends, but like, you know, friendly friends, not like best friend sort of vibe, just like someone you know, or you know of, someone in your circle. And maybe you're getting to know them now. Maybe you've gotten like started to maybe you started getting to know them since maybe you've started getting to know them more since like okay, I just got a day or two for some of you. Also for some of you it's like really recent, where you've started interacting with them more, or they must have just connected with you. But for the others of you, maybe you all have connected or like are in frequent or decent contact with them since like 2 months. But otherwise, like you might know this person for like 1 to 4 years if you know them. If not, then let's see when they'll enter your life. Some of you guys like might meet the person this week itself if you have like an event to go to. It could also be an online event. I'm getting for some of you. There's a possibility that it's an online event. And maybe they have to say something, or like in an online event you'll have your videos on and this person really stands out because they're dressed in a shocking manner, clearly. And I don't know why, but I just feel like saying I think you'll just get to know by the dressing. Like for you guys, for the others, I think they might have to guess spaces other characteristics described, but I think for you, the most standing out thing is like their dressing. Okay, if not this week, then okay, you guys are gonna meet them really soon. Like I feel like in a few days or in 2 to 3 weeks tops for the most of you. So most of you either already know this person or will meet them in like 3 weeks time at max. Most of you. Like almost all of you. But it's a general reading, so obviously can't say all. But like almost all of you will meet this person within 3 weeks or already know them. Please let me know how this resonates with you, since most of you already like know the person maybe or might meet them soon. I would love to know stories and like learn more about you guys in your lives and how this reading resonates with it. Please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and it helps the video reach those it is meant for. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure those viewers will appreciate it too. Do let me know if there's any reading or any topic that's on your mind that you'd like me to cover in the upcoming videos, and any other suggestions that you guys might have. I'm always open to it. It was a pleasure reading for you guys. I look forward to seeing you again in the upcoming videos. Bye bye.